Does the threat of a massive disruption to global oil supplies bode well for Bitcoin? Privacy coins are under attack again with another major delisting happening. Is there a future for coins like Monero and Zcash? And Libra gets interrogated by central banks. Is something sinister brewing? And before I break all of that down, remember you can get $110 in free Bitcoin to use for trading on BYBIT when you sign up using the link down below and make a deposit of 0.2 Bitcoin. Also, BYBIT is running a special for the month of September. So if you have already signed up and claimed your deposit bonus in the past using my link, then you are able to make a new deposit and claim a new bonus. It can take up to 72 hours to receive that bonus. Remember, of course, that margin trading is a high-risk endeavor and is only for experienced traders. So as the global situation economically continues to crumble with negative yield bonds exploding and major economies facing recessions and unbelievable debt and all that fun kind of stuff, with the status of the dollar being challenged by China and Europe and ooh la la, somebody decided to add a bit of gasoline to the fire and go and attack Saudi Arabia, particularly their key oil infrastructure. Iran is being blamed, although Yemeni forces have taken credit as revenge for the years of genocide inflicted on them by the Saudi military. The US is ready to step in and to bomb Iran as a result of all this stuff. Anyway, we can be certain that whatever actually takes place will be based on lies and will involve young, poor men dying and rich, old men making insane profits. But should this lead to a full-on war, then we can expect oil prices at the pumps to increase dramatically. Why? Because we have corporate interests who are in bed with governments the world over who have done everything in their power to delay the uptake of renewable energy, which would decentralize as well as clean up our transport and energy sectors. But instead, the oil industry has remained dominant and highly centralized. Iraq, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and the United Arab Emirates sit on top of the world's largest reserves of oils. And an open hot war between Iran and Saudi Arabia would engulf the entire region in flames, with pipelines and shipping routes and refineries and oil fields all potentially coming under attack. Now, I really hope that this does not happen, but if it does happen, what does that mean for Bitcoin? We have seen Bitcoin perform very well in local contexts during, for example, the political unrest that we saw in Hong Kong recently. But an oil crisis of this magnitude would be unbelievably bad, especially if it lasts for any kind of extended period of time. Just imagine the price of everything going up. And I do mean everything. The entire economy runs on oil right now. Jobs will be lost, businesses will be shut, and it'll be most likely the spark for a massive recession of epic proportions, especially when you take into consideration everything else going on at the macro level. This could be the final straw that breaks the camel's back, so to speak. I personally think this could be a massive catalyst for money to flow into Bitcoin and into gold. This is not how I want to see Bitcoin get to $100,000, but I believe that Bitcoin was made to thrive in an environment exactly like this. Bitcoin was born like a phoenix out of the ashes of the 2008 global financial crisis. Bitcoin is scarce. Bitcoin is, very importantly, apolitical money. Bitcoin is censorship resistant, and it is out of the reach of the greedy banks and their bail-in clauses. It is the ultimate form of monetary freedom, and its use case as a Swiss bank account in your pocket and a store of value makes it an unbelievably powerful hedge against global macroeconomic dysfunction. Anyway, let us hope that cooler heads will prevail and that some kind of a peaceful solution can be found. Either way, though, I am holding my Bitcoin. On to the next story. OKX Korea will be delisting all privacy coins, including Monero, Zcash, and Dash. The stated reason that the company gave is that these coins violate the FATF's travel rule. The travel rule, as a reminder, demands that exchanges be able to collect relevant information such as your name and your address, but of the sender and of the receiver of virtual assets, and then to share that information. Privacy-oriented coins do not allow for the collecting of such information. Funny, of course, that they did decide to delist Dash and Zcash, since these are actually only privacy optional coins, not privacy default coins like Monero, and that the exchanges do not send them as private transactions when you make withdrawals. But still. While this is just one exchange, they are certainly not the only ones to target privacy coins. Coinbase in the UK just delisted Zcash. Korean exchange Corbit delisted Dash, Monero, and Zcash earlier this year. Japan's CoinCheck delisted Zcash, Monero, and Dash earlier this year. In fact, in Japan's case, the Financial Services Agency is urging licensed exchanges to delist any coin that offers anonymity. I am certain that we will see more and more exchanges delisting privacy coins in the future, particularly in Korea and in Japan. And it's going to spread around the world. We will see other jurisdictions doing it too. Expect announcements from other major exchanges in the coming year or two as the FATF rules continually get enforced. But does that mean that privacy coins are going to die? No, far from it. Decentralized exchanges will continue to give strong relevance to cryptocurrencies like Monero, although it does raise some very tough questions about the future of cryptocurrencies like Ethereum. Should Ethereum actually implement ZK snarks for privacy? And of course, it really calls into question projects like Nightfall from Ernst & Young, which integrates a set of smart contracts and microservices with ZK snarks to enable standard Ethereum tokens to be transacted on the Ethereum blockchain with complete privacy. But fundamentally speaking here, privacy is a right. Privacy is necessary for the individual. Anyone who says that privacy is not important because I don't have anything to hide, that's crazy talk. That's like saying that freedom of speech is not important because you don't have anything to say. Privacy coins, to my mind, have an incredibly strong use case. There is a reason why I hold a decent-sized bag of Monero and a decent-sized bag of Beam. The use case of truly private money is incredibly powerful, and that use case is not going away, nor is the power of it, which is exactly why governments want to ban it. And finally today, Facebook's Orwell Tribute coin continues to face hard times from regulators, with Germany joining the growing list of countries coming down hard on Facebook's Libra. Remember that just last week, France came out against Libra as well. Although these countries are not so concerned about the censorship potential of Libra or the invasion of privacy that Libra is representing, no, they are worried about the threat to the monopoly of central banks and tax authorities' power over money, of the state's power. Make no mistake, Bitcoin does these things too, but Bitcoin has no CEO to call in for questioning, and Bitcoin is not run by a global megacorporation named Facebook. In addition to the announcements by France and Germany, the Libra Association will today be facing an interrogation from officials from 26 central banks, including the US Federal Reserve, the Bank of England, and the European Central Bank. An executive on the board has said that the Libra Association is cartel-like in its aim to reduce central bank authority, and that Libra could reduce the ECB's control over the euro, impair the monetary policy transmission mechanism by affecting the liquidity position of euro area banks, and undermine the single currency's international role. The arbitrary nature of national currencies is actually quite funny when you unplug yourself from that fiat matrix. Central banks are cartels. Central banks undermine citizens on a daily basis. Fiat is one of the biggest scams in history, but almost everyone believes the scam. It has become real via its familiarity. But the brewing economic crisis might shake the faith of many who believe in the fiat scam. I never chose to live under a central bank system, and I sure as hell don't want to live under a corporate-dominated fiat system. Bitcoin is a real choice. It is a choice for monetary sovereignty. It is a choice for monetary freedom. Everything else is just choosing your preference of how to be enslaved. Now let's just hope that the central banks don't get together with Facebook to make Libra even more messed up and Orwellian. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. As always, you guys totally freaking rock. So thank you so much for coming over here and checking out today's video. And if you did enjoy it, hit that thumbs up button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.